The quickening has begun, a message of hope for StarSeeds, Lightworkers, and Truthers from the Intergalactic Alliance of Light Beings, brought to you by WhatComesNextForYou.com. Channeled for you by Canadian psychic medium and multidimensional channel, Tracey Milne. Greetings, friends. This morning I awoke with a new guide team member and two very short, clear messages in my mind. Take heart, Star Angel, for the galactic harmonic convergence is now upon you, and the quickening has begun. You are currently in the eye of the hurricane. Hold your ground and stay your true course. Once I had rubbed the sleep from my eyes, I was then guided to look up the meanings for each of these phrases: harmonic galactic convergence, the quickening, and the eye of the hurricane. It never ceases to amaze me that what appears to be simple messages often hold great depth and insight. I am sharing this with you today in the hopes of encouraging you to research your own intuitive insights, even if they seem small, as looking into the guidance that you're personally being offered is both very liberating and enlightening on one's own personal experience. I'm guided to remind us all that some days our team will be quieter than others, but that doesn't mean that our guides are not there or that they don't care. It just means that we have not vibrationally aligned with our answers quite yet. This week I am reminded of the value of allowing for some downtime, and my guides have continued to remind me that even on those days when we feel like we're doing nothing, in reality we are actually very busy processing and grounding in new light codes and new potentials to ensure that the most benevolent timeline for the masses is what comes into play for all concerned. So I hope that this message helps you to stay loyal to yourself, for that loyalty will help you to stay in alignment with a guide team that adores you. Today's transmission comes in response to a question that I had about starseeds and lightworkers and what we might need to counteract the battle-weary vibration that is coming from many of us. Here is their answer. I hope you enjoy. Greetings, dear Earth Star Angel. I am Chimera. Today we come in response to a question our ground crew member had with regards to soul exhaustion and battle weariness. We hope this response will suffice. This is not to say that this answer is the only answer available. Simply what we are guided to share with you at this time. As you know, your energy is very subtle and important, and your emotions play a huge key in your vibrational frequency and harmonic convergence within your own body-mind-spirit complex. Your chakras are the distribution centers for the energy being exchanged between your clear thinking, clear feeling, and clear knowing. If at any time any of these chakras gets blocked with fearful or negative thinking, anything that makes you feel small or inadequate, this can slow your process down. This is what we mean by addressing things as soon as they come into your conscious awareness. Current conditions are requiring you to regularly travel from the heights of 5D to the depths of 3D, sometimes within an hour, and we see how this can be very exhausting to you. That is why it's important for you as starseeds, lightworkers, and truthers to take some time away from the insanity to get yourselves re-centered, reconfigured, reconverged within first before you go out. Remember, you're not trying to change minds. You're simply planting seeds of knowledge, hope, and possibility within the minds of those who may be unable to connect with these energies at this time. We wish to remind you that you, our StarSeeds and Lightworkers, our truth tellers and light holders, are playing a vital role as the midwives of this golden age. So don't give up now, for you are succeeding in your efforts. You're succeeding in helping to birth into being 5D living on that beautiful planet of yours, banishing the hold that the forces of darkness have on your world once and for all. But you are not done yet. Though you may not wish to hear this, a few more final pushes are still needed by the forces of light before a clear path to fully birthing a brighter future can be assured on your current timeline. At this point in your progress, the probability for light overcoming the dark is about 80%, but you are at an important nexus point and in the eye of the storm or hurricane, so to speak. In the eye of the storm, it feels quiet and safe, but that is far from the truth of the matter, for the storm is always stronger when it is heading into an area than when it is leaving one. Our suggestion: take shelter and take a breather here. Enjoy the lull and use this time to refuel your internal engines. Stay away from windows that look out and look within instead. For the quickening is upon you, dear one. By this we mean new life is bursting forth even if you can't see it yet. For to quicken is to make alive with source energy, to animate what was once inanimate or unseen. This quickening experience is a confirmation of life, an acknowledged inflow of divine energy that can be felt on the physical level. Some describe this as the Kundalini awakening. Others describe it as a flutter in their heart or a shift in their soul as they reach a new level of enlightenment. In human pregnancy, the term quickening is used to describe the first motions felt by the birth mother, when the child reaches a state of activity that can be felt even if it cannot be seen. The more sensitive the mother, the sooner this quickening motion can be felt. However, for most moms, it's anywhere between the 4th and 5th months, which is interesting because if you look at your current time frames, this is very much in alignment with how the Earth's awakening and birthing process is going so far. Believe it or not, the next wave of restrictions and mandates will be the very catalyst that helps to fire up the quickening of those souls still unmoved or unmoving by current events. Those either too afraid or too plugged into the old matrix agenda to do any changing will suddenly become very, very aware of the Dark One's agendas and narratives in a whole new way. This will happen on a more mental playing field or emotional playing field than a spiritual playing field per se. The dark still hasn't realized that the tighter they squeeze you, the stronger you all become. Like diamonds, your natural intelligence and intuition will shine through and help to awaken all those still sleeping. Beware, for those new awakened ones will more than likely be very angry when they do come to their senses. And they will be just as angry as you may have been when you first became aware. So try not to take their anger or negativity personally. Remember, anytime you start to feel threatened or uncomfortable, throw your aura nice and wide. Claim your body, mind, spirit complex as sacred space and stand in your light, not in your anger, not in your frustration, not in your fear, and not in apathy. Sympathy is okay, but apathy is detrimental to the entire process. Stay centered, stay grounded, and stay in your light so that you won't be surprised when announcements for further lockdowns come knocking, and you won't be swayed by threats of 6 more months, for you will know that's only if the dark gets their way. And guess who can mess that all up for them? That's right, little old you. You, the awakened one. You hold the freedom codes within you. You are a walking, talking, laughing, loving freedom code. And as you walk and live this energy, you spread it into the ground below you, helping Gaia to awaken her freedom codes too. She then takes those codes and redistributes them to any and all areas in need of liberation the most. Do you see? It's really a magnificent plan, and you're an integral part of it. So be proud. The good news is you're more than halfway there. The bad news is you're not quite done yet. We ask you to start taking much better care of your metaphysical self, like metaphysical ice chips. Dedicate yourself to daily chakra clearing and cord clearing, especially when you're in the shower. And release any desire to judge yourself in any situations where others are encouraging you to feel small, bullied, or ignored. Forgive them instantly, for they know not what they do. And realize that the next wave of awakened ones will more than likely not awaken on a spiritual level first. Their cognitive dissonance is getting thinner and thinner, and the dark ones can place rules around your bodies, but only you can place rules around your mind. Remember the lessons you've learned so far. Trust them and trust your intuition. Trust that your whole life has been preparing you to be okay with not fitting into a crowd. Laugh as you realize you've got this one, and enjoy marching to the beat of your own drummer instead of feeling like an outcast for it. Remember, you are a member of an elite light work task force, and much needed for Earth's ascension success. You're at the crossroads where you as a collective group can either align with the path that leads to the long way around or take the off-ramp that's very close. You get to magnetize the outcome that you want to see the most and pull it into your reality with the vibrations of hope, light, and love. Continue weaving your truths into the fabric of your reality in such a way that it brings you peace, not frustration or sadness, for it's your level of peace that will either enhance or deplete your overall experience. When you're all done with this incredible assignment, what are you going to want to look back on with pride? Use that to fuel yourself over the next few weeks and keep cutting those cords of negativity as often as you feel them come up. You're so close now. Just give a few more big pushes and you'll be in alignment for the birthing of a new reality. Until next time, in the greatest light of love and truth, on behalf of the Intergalactic Alliance and the Elven High Council, I am Chimera in light and love. Namaste. Hit subscribe to stay posted on our latest videos. Check out more from the Intergalactic Alliance of Light Beings, or sign up soon for your own galactic guidance session with Chimera and the Intergalactic Alliance of Light Beings at whatcomesnextforyou.com. What's in your future?